Today I'm just doing a bunch of random stuff because my ADD is getting the better of me, and I'm just bouncing around from project to project. Started with shoveling some chicken fertilizer out into the garden, and they're now pecking around in it, which is the thing that they like to do. If you don't have chickens, they do like to peck around in their own poop to see if there's any leftovers, I guess, or bugs. And I'm sure every time I post a video, it looks relatively like the same. And it's really frustrating because I feel like I'm always doing something and yet it doesn't look any different. So, you know, it gets worse before it gets better. One of the thoughts that I had, and this is not an essential project by any means, but was just to put a little bark chip pathway through the orchard, which you can still barely see because none of these trees have leaves on them yet, and they just totally blend in with the background. But there's 5 little trees right here. And then as we add on, you know, I'll add on to the pathway, but I just kind of wanted to do that so it looks like something, and it just kind of anchors the spot in, and it'll look like its own little section, because right now everything is just all over the place. Okay, I don't know if I ever mentioned this before, but this burn pile was here when we moved in, and all of this debris is plastic garbage, and there's some cans in there too. They were burning trash out here, so this has kind of been an ongoing problem because these little bits of trash, they fly everywhere, and it's going to be such a pain in the butt for us to actually clean this up, and it just seems like never ending. It's just, and I don't know why there's trash all the way up here, because we haven't been burning trash, hopefully. But yeah, this was mostly just already here. And so, since this spot got cleared out, there were a bunch of trees right here. I discovered there's another burn pile, which goes from, I think, about here all the way to where those trash bags are, because I pulled those out of the ground. And so, I mean, it looks like this was just one big, huge burn pile. Or when the burn pile over there was getting too big, they just started shoveling it over here on the side of the hill. I don't know, but it seems like all of this, which I thought was just hillside, is actually trash. It's garbage. So I'm feeling a little bit frustrated because between that, the garbage, and then the boys with their airsoft pellets and darts, I'm like really getting stressed out that our food's going to be full of microplastics. But it's really hard to get around that anyway. I think we're just all full of microplastics at this point. Today I was shoveling this part of the coop, which is mostly straw, pistachio, shells, poop, and there's some gravel at the bottom that I was trying not to scoop up. I definitely prefer the compost that we get from the pine shavings from in here. So once those get nice and saturated, it makes it's so much easier to scoop up. It's so much easier to spread out. And then, you know, after a couple of days of rain, it just gets nice and flat. This is a little bit more fibrous. So once we till it in, it'll probably be fine, but it's just like, it's so dense. And I don't know if you can see, it's really hard to see depth on here, but this is like a flat platform, and here's where we were digging out, and it's like 4 inches. So here's a little hole in here. It's just really hard to see depth on these videos, but there's a nice big hole underneath that ramp. And there's Meredith, our blind resident hen. She's still blind, but she's also still Meredith. Okay, it's the next day, and I'm just working on a little 2-inch trench here so I can just throw down some cardboard, and then I will top it off with wood chips, and that's going to be the end of it.